Albums worldwide and found huge success in Europe. But why is Tina Arena making the move back home to Australia?
Or is she?
Oh, is she? Or is she?
I
I'm
don't
looking
know.
for a thumbs up. Tina Arena is shocking. She's one of Australia's most successful female artists. We love her to death. The pop veteran has sold millions, possibly trillions of records and performed for nearly 3 billion people worldwide.
Yes. Well, you know, the
Give or
Olympics.
take. Could be 3 billion and 8.
The Olympics in 2000
2000, of course.
was pretty wild.
I believe you've started the interview prematurely.
I have. Sorry, Larry.
give us a
I want to
sec.
get sure.
Tina's phenomenal career is showing no signs of slowing down as she re-enters the charts with the new album. Have a look.
It's Young Talent Time.
From tiny Tina to a talented superstar.
You set fire to my life.
With 4 decades in the music industry, Tina Arena is showing no signs of slowing down.
I want you to burn for me, baby.
After selling nearly 10 million records and gaining a global following, the singer's now planning a permanent move home to Australia. The 6-time ARIA Award winner has just released her 11th studio album featuring 11 songs and is aptly titled 11.
I wanna love you, but my head says no.
And at the end of the month, Tina will be inducted into the ARIA Hall of Fame.
I wanna tell you that I love you so. I'm doing it all for your love, but I know that it's never enough.
And Tina is back with us.
We just have to make a quick apology. Everybody else in television for the last 10 years has used beautiful images from Google Earth. For the image of you on a plane coming to Australia.
It's lovely,
We got
isn't
it done at the local preschool.
Isn't that
We had
cute?
we just got some kids to do that.
There's nothing wrong with
that.
that.
Yeah, no, Google Earth's some good pictures around at the
That
moment.
whole infantile approach, I think, is beautiful.
Yeah, it's a budgetary thing.
Yeah,
Welcome
it
to
is
the
a
morning
budgetary
show.
thing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Anyway, so you're off the 747, but...
You're the only person in the bubble, and you should never put your head out the window on a plane.
Yes, correct.
So you're off the 747, but the plane hasn't necessarily landed here for good.
No.
Oh.
Well, the thing is this. As a family, we've been spending the last 4 years here, at least 6 months of the year here, sometimes more. So I don't really quite understand. My job is about travelling. I travel the world doing what it is that I do for a living. So I do spend more time in Australia. I will spend more time in Australia, and my son will most likely do year 7 to year 12. Not most likely, will be doing his high school education in this country, because this is where I want him to be educated. I want him to have that. I don't want him to be in Europe, because Europe is very stressful at the moment. People are really struggling spiritually, and I just don't want him to be surrounded by that. And I know that he has the privilege of being able to come to my home, and his dad and I have discussed that. You know, that's what the cultural sharing is all about.
But you know what? You don't have to be. You don't have to be anywhere. The world is so small now, right?
Well, everybody
we get
is.
performers in here every other day
Correct.
from Europe and America.
Correct.
Everyone just moves around and does their thing. You've got your own plane, as we saw in the graphic.
Yes, you can see.
It's easy
Isn't
for
my
you.
plane sexy?
But you were concerned because the French were upset. They thought...
Yes.
Because you said the headline said...
The headline said, "Au revoir, ma chérie," which means goodbye, my love. So, of course, because the world is a small place, you know, all the fans in France, Belgium and Switzerland and the French-speaking countries around the world have gone, oh, my God, she's left us.
Right.
And it's like, that's not fair. That's totally unfair on me. Then I have to go and justify myself. Why should we... So where do you draw the line here? Like, where it's like, hang on a second, it's what I do for a living, but all of a sudden I'm personally implicated because the headline has implicated me to have to justify myself. I kind of struggle a little bit with that.
Fair enough.
I just don't know whether that's fair.
We're glad you're here, because you can sort
I'm
all
not
that out.
being
And
here.
I think that's the difference between possibly European and Australians. The Australians
Yes.
don't really... We're like, great, you're here.
I'm
Let's
having
enjoy
a
while
great time. I
Congratulations
love it.
on the album.
Thank
right?
you.
It's called 11. It's your 11th studio album. It has 11 songs on it. Was it named by the same people that the creative geniuses behind the morning show named?
No.
Which is like, what's the special connection to that number?
Okay, I'm the first of the 11th. So
Right.
there's just a lot of 11s in my world.
We need to get our number guy
So your
onto
birth
that.
date?
My birth
Okay,
date is the
right.
1st of the
Yeah,
11th.
We need to get our number guy onto that.
So I turned 48 about 3 days ago. What are we, the 3rd, 4th?
Happy
Got no
birthday.
idea. So it was, you know, it's kind of cool. It's my 11th record, and
Beautiful.
it just made sense to call it 11,
Yeah.
you know.
You happy with it? You happy?
Yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'm peaceful.
Tell us about the shoot with Vince Colosimo.
Well, what I really loved about I struggle with making videos.
Yeah.
I've never felt it's been my greatest strength. So I thought, how on earth do I venture into this next chapter of my life and try and enjoy the visual aspect of it? So I called a girlfriend of mine, Paola Morobito, who's a beautiful film director and writer, and I said, Paola, what do you think about this? And she just sort of went, okay, well, just give me a minute so I can get my head around it. And she got her head around it and she said, this is what I'm thinking. I went, great, I really love it. I love the narrative, I love the short story thing. And then she said, males. So we thought about auditioning a couple of males, and I just went, you know what about Vince Colosimo? And she went, oh God, I never thought about that. And then, of course, the whole cliche thing of, you know, Vince has always been pegged as the gangster. There is so much more to that man. There's so much beauty and sensitivity. And I just thought it was a great opportunity for us to collaborate together, for people to see that beautiful, emotive sensibility that he has.
Yeah.
He's a gorgeous man with unbelievable depth. And we've been friends for 20 years, so I thought, better than Vince.
Gee, so much has gone into this thinking about it.
Well, I know. When you, yes, because you're in bed with him together there. When you said, and with
We're
an
in bed, we're in the
unbelievable, I didn't
shower.
know where you were going.
Yeah, no. But that's the whole thing. It's a great narrative. It's a great story, and why not leave something to people's imaginations as opposed to us visually doing all the thinking for them? I don't enjoy that. I like a little bit of mystery. I think that mystery lacks in so many things, and there is an element of mystery in this, and
Gee,
I
I'm
really
never going to
like
look at a
that.
video clip again. Like that's amazing. So much into that. Let me ask you about the ARIA Hall of Fame, because when I look at you here now, I still think of little tiny Tina Fantastic. Like
We've known each other for a
long
probably
time.
nearly 30 years.
yeah.
Larry.
How does it make you feel in there, the Hall of Fame?
I think I'm ready for it. I think maybe now is the time where I can honestly say that I've earned it. Maybe now. Yeah.
Maybe now.
Yeah,
And
40 years.
and you wouldn't have thought that 5 years ago?
No, I wouldn't.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not somebody that thinks like that. I don't think that I'm entitled to anything. I think maybe that's the difference.
Okay.
You have a
Good
special
thinking.
announcement for us? I hope you know, because this is a surprise to me
Yeah,
too.
no,
It's just-
I'm actually, we're announcing today, I'm doing some one-off shows in February and March. I'm also doing Day on the Green with Simply Red and Natalie Imbruglia in February, which is really exciting. I think we're all going to have some really good fun, and
Beautiful.
And there'll be a couple of sort of solo dates scattered towards that, and then March. And
That's
so
great.
The official announcement is today, so we're announcing it today.
Oh, excellent. Well,
Very
thanks for
excited about
doing
that.
that on this show. That's great.
You're welcome.
Now, to celebrate your new album and your birthday, 11, we're going to ask you 11 quick and quirky. We like to call them quirky. They might
I
be
like
horrible
quirk.
questions. We don't even know until we
like
get
quirk.
there. But you have to answer them as quickly and as
Okay.
quirkily
Okay.
as you can.
All right.
Are you ready?
Quirkily.
I'm ready.
All right.
Ready.
If you're clever, you'll look on the auto cue and probably see them before I get to them. But here we go.
Okay. No, well, I'll look away.
All right, look away, look away.
Okay.
What's your guilty pleasure music? What's your guilty pleasure music?
Brazilian music.
Okay. What song of your own do you love the most? Oh, that's
Pass. I don't know. They kind of serve things for different reasons, really.
Come on, there's one where the beat starts and you go, this
there
is
is
it.
one that I do love from my third record called Just Me, and the song is called Woman. Yes, that
Right,
blows
good one,
my
good
mind.
one. Is there one that you don't like the most when you...
No.
No, you could never say that.
No, no,
hard. Will your next album be called 12?
no.
Good.
Secret crush from Young Talent Time.
Who did I have said? Maybe Bobby Dreesen back then. Beautiful Dutch man, strapping man.
Strapping Dutch man.
Yeah, but it only really lasted for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So next.
Moving on.
It was really 5 minutes,
Yeah.
Larry, trust me.
I hate that innuendo. Yes, moving on. Which... Oh, I don't know about even asking. If France or Australia?
What kind of a question is that? Who came up with that?
Okay, well, let's skip on to the next
I
one.
love them both.
That's,
I think
Croissants or
that's
they're-
been
meat
provided,
pie?
that's been provided to us by a French tabloid.
Of course. Look, I know I love a meat pie. I love a beautifully made homemade meat pie.
Okay.
Absolutely.
They've got the tick over the croissant.
All right.
A croissant is pretty hard to digest, but I like anything that's well made. Seriously.
Beautiful.
Just
Bieber or Adele?
Ooh.
Bieber, as in Justin Bieber,
Oh,
or
are there any
Adele.
other Biebers? Is there another
or
Bieber?
Adele, yeah.
Musically.
had to
Well,
choose.
Adele, you know, but
Yeah.
that's not to say that Justin, you know, Justin is just, you know, I could be his mum. So, but not that that means anything. It's just that I do Adele, of course, sweetheart.
Okay. If you ran into politician Scott Morrison, who has
Yeah.
professed his unhealthy obsession with your music.
Well, I
he-
hope it's not unhealthy.
Well, no, well, a strong obsession with
Okay.
your
There's a
music.
big difference between
What-
unhealthy and strong.
Yes. What would you? He said it's unhealthy. what would you say to Scott Morrison?
Thanks for listening, Scott. You're a sweetheart. You know, it's really nice. Politicians are human beings at the end of the day.
Oh,
They've just
we're
got a
not sure
job.
about that.
No,
it's
no,
interesting.
No, I think that it's really fair to say that they are very human. Whatever else happens, they have a job to do. And they just got to get on with it. They're
Yeah.
human beings first and foremost, and I think we tend to forget that.
All right, now just remember you're on a quiz segment here.
I'm on a quiz segment.
Who would you like to present you with your ARIA Hall of Fame?
Oh, now that's not fair.
Come
as
on.
a question.
Don't say Scott Morrison.
Yeah, oh, that would be cool. That would kind of be cool.
You know what? It doesn't matter to me as long as it comes from the heart, and as long as it's somebody that has some sort of a connection with me.
I know who
that
it
I
is.
think that I think is really important. I think it has to be somebody that knows me.
Johnny Young.
You never know.
Hey, good to see you.
Always great to see you
All
too.
right.
Thank you,
See you
Tina.
soon,
Lovely
huh?
to chat.
Yeah.
Tina's-
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir, ma chérie.
À bientôt. À bientôt.
Au revoir, ma chérie. Mon chéri.
Speaking to Tina earlier, Gus has his French exam today, and
Yes.
I needed her last night.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
should-
you did.
yeah.
You should
He
have
could
called
take you
me.
to school for show and tell. Tina's new album 11. It's
not a
out
handbag.
now. No, you're amazing. For tour date information, just head to the Morning Show website. Thank you, naughty girl.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Merci.